Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd bring you our curriculum for this new year. We ended up taking an unexpected summer break since my husband has changed jobs. We were planning on um, homeschooling throughout the summer because of the way his schedule was, but we did not do that. So we're going to be starting school, I believe it might be August the 19th. And so this is what we have to get our year going, and it should take us throughout the year, and we'll probably have it into even next year for some or for a lot of it actually. So I guess we'll just start with more of the elective, I guess, side of things. We're gonna do this for logic. I just put it in this binder because if you watch my other video, I like to keep as much as I can in one binder for her, and so it makes it easy because they're already punched. I can just put it in her binder that she can just grab and do her little logic. So she has that, and she actually, and I'm not sure where it is, it'll show up, but she actually has another Sudoku puzzle this year as well because she likes doing those. This right here is we're gonna do the Charlotte Mason memory verses for the year. I've gotten some of them wrote out, but not all of them. And we're gonna do her method of memory work as well. Let's see. We're gonna read a poem every day, and I really wanted to. My daughter does not know a lot of the nursery rhymes, and I think that's very sad. And so I just got this, and we're gonna read it. Like I said, probably once a day, or we'll have a day for poetry once a week or something like that. I haven't really figured that out, how exactly I want to do that yet. But yeah, it just has some. This one's just poems, period. But I for sure wanted her to hear the nursery rhymes because, childhood without nursery rhymes is very sad. So we're going to do manners and virtues as part of our loop schedule. And when I get things more settled with how our day is going to go, then I will let y'all know about how we're doing our schedule. But this will be part of our loop schedule for our morning basket, if you want to call it our morning basket. But yeah, this little book of manners is really cute. It tells you how to write notes and how to talk on the phone and different things like that. So, and they also have one. This is for little young ladies, and they also have one for little boys as well. This right here is just lessons for responsibility. I actually got this last year, and I never done anything with it. So we'll probably just kind of pick things out of this to do. It's supposed to have like once a week lessons. She's gonna start cooking with me at least lunch, and so a lot of this she's probably just gonna kind of pick up as far as how to cut vegetables and different things like that. So we're gonna try to do sign language and Spanish this year. I actually got this last year too, and obviously we did not do any of it. But we're gonna just start really simple, and I'm gonna put this, or we're gonna go over it every morning and in our morning basket. And we'll probably, whatever we're learning here, so if we're gonna learn, to count to 10 for 1 week of Spanish, then that's what we're gonna do for sign language too. And we'll probably, instead of saying one, we're gonna, when we make the sign, then we'll say uno. And just kind of, we're gonna just try to bring the two together because she's very interested in learning both of them, and so I don't want to, keep her from it if at all possible. This right here is going to be our main geography this year. She does have the even more geography for, I think, first grade that she hasn't finished yet. And so she'll finish that daily. But once it's gone, and she only has, I think, like maybe 4 or 5 weeks left of it. But once it's gone, I'm not going to get her any more workbooks. So we'll just, if there's any kind of activities that can go with this, then we'll do that. And our geography, or our history program this year is going to have geography in it, and so will our language arts. So she'll actually get quite a bit of it, but we're going to do this and probably just read. This is going to be a part of our loop schedule as well, and so we'll just read like a chapter a week for that. Okay, let me get some other stuff out here. So this is going to be our science this year. It looks like a lot. It probably is a lot. There's just so much stuff that she's interested in, and we'll probably, these are all, most of this is good, the good and the beautiful science curriculum. We will probably, I bought this secondhand, and so all the stuff's already cut for me. That's really nice. But we'll probably more of condense all of these to make, because I've heard the lessons are really long. So we'll just kind of see how that goes too. I want to try to do 2 science lessons a week. I don't know how that's going to work. She's going to be in 2nd grade. And so we're just going to have to see. I don't know. But I know all of them sound really fun and interesting. And I know she will like it once we get to it. We're going to do this nature notebook. It's actually pretty cute. I got it without even really looking too much in it, but, or looking into it too much. Let's see. What do you like about winter? You're going to describe 2 more things about nature that you love during winter using descriptive words and sensory language. So that's good for writing too. But I wanted to do something for in the nature realm, I guess, because we are in Washington now and it's so different for us, and I just think it'd be neat. I haven't looked at this totally, but I'm hoping to incorporate, if it doesn't already, maybe some type of trees that are around our area, and different animals that we see, and bushes or whatever it may be, wildflowers, and I just think it'd be neat. So we're gonna look at that, and we'll probably, because where we're at in Washington, they do a lot of, they raise a lot of crops. I don't know, and it seems to be like that all over Washington, and we're not used to that. So we're going to research what kind of crops they grow around here and how they harvest and different things like that. I think that's going to be really interesting for her. And for me too, actually. This was what I originally started with, the Storybook of Science. And it is literally, it's called a living book, and it's literally just a story. And we are going to read, a chapter a week, just like in the geography book with the loop schedule. This is going to take us a really long way. I think there's like over 100, there's like 100 and, I don't know, 40 something or something like that chapters. So this will probably take us through next year too. If this ends up being enough, as far, enough science, and it could be, then, we'll just do some fun activities to go along with this and just scrap all the other stuff. I did not intend for our science curriculum to grow this way this year. I was just going to do that book with some activities. So I don't know how it's going to work. We don't like a lot of just extra stuff. And so we're just going to have to see. So we got safety from the good and the beautiful. And I'll bring this over here so you can see it. And they really do. Their stuff is so pretty. Look at how pretty those pictures are. So we got safety. We got arthropods. We got the human body. I need another binder. Maybe, I don't know. I might just leave them in here. But both of those are in this one set. So I got this book, the Osborne Complete Book of the Human Body, to go with this one. And this one was suggested to go with the safety one. What if a stranger approaches you? Botany is it's still sealed up, and so I'm not going to open it right now. But we'll probably, grow some flowers or something with this one. And I want to say arthropods or it's suggested having an ant farm like toward the end of it, so that would be fun. We'll do space science first. We tried to do this, I don't know, like 2 years ago or something for kindergarten. And like I said before, we don't like a lot of extra fluff stuff. And so I don't know how all this is going to work for us, but we're going to try. So we're going to go ahead and do this one first. And see, look at those pictures. Aren't they beautiful? And it is a really good curriculum. This one is suggested to go with this book. And I had this bind a couple of years ago when we got it. These books, the little mini books, came with this set, and I just had them bound separate, and I bound them all together so I wouldn't have to, I would just have one book rather than however many, I don't know, I think there might be 4 or 5 small individual ones. And then I just got a few books just to go with it that I thought would be fun or interesting, and we could just grab some information from it, or she could read them on her own because she loves to read, and she loves space. She likes science, period. But yeah, those are going to be some really nice books. A lot of this stuff didn't come in today, but the stuff I'm fixing to be showing you, we just got it in the mail today, and so we're super excited about it. Okay, so there is our science. Let me get something else out. Okay, here's our next pile, and I know it seems like we have so much stuff this year, and we actually do, but it will take us through this year and probably even some next year, so I'm not too awfully concerned about it. And then some of this I bought, like this right here, this Wordly Wise. I bought it before I decided to do this, and I'm pretty sure that there's vocabulary in this. I don't want her to have to do, 2 sets of vocabulary. So we will probably just, cut this one out and just do this one. So, but we'll see. All right, let's start up here. All right, so she has to finish, she was already in Math 2 in Saxon. And so she needs to finish this. And this is all she has left of Saxon 2 of the second book. So she's on 102. After she finishes this, we're going to be moving to teaching textbooks. 3rd grade teaching textbooks. Or I guess it's called Teaching Textbooks 3. And we're going to do it. I'm going to probably get this subscription for it so she can do it on whatever device she has in front of her. And all we have to do is just log in, and it's right there rather than trying to keep up with DVDs and all of that stuff. So I want to try to incorporate some games this year, especially for math, mostly because they're fun. So these are the ones that we started out with, Math Noodlers. I'm going to be buying some more, but like I said, we're just now doing the games. And so I cannot buy, $15, $20, $25 games. I cannot buy like 20 of them at a time. So we'll just have to buy, a couple every few weeks or something, every couple of weeks. But I'm also, we are still living in our camper, and so we can't keep a lot of games anyway. And so I'm just going to get some ones that I'm hoping that, we will just love. So this is Math Dice Junior. So I think what happens is you roll this and this dice, and if it lands on that 8 right there, then you have to roll however many dice until it equals 8. I can't, pretty sure that's how it works. And this one right here, use your noodle to solve oodles of math problems, and it's supposed to be just a fun way to solve some math problem. So, okay, so I'm going to start over here first, and then that way I'll tell you why we ended up with the Good and the Beautiful language arts. Okay, so we done Logic of English last year. Well, actually the past, I guess, 2 years. We started that in kindergarten. That's what taught us how to read, what taught us how to, like grammar and different things like that. All of our sounds, all the phonic sounds. Foundations is the beginning of it, and this is essentials. It's just, it is, the level higher. So, because we finished with all of foundations last year. So this teaches reading by phonics and phonics alone. And that's the reason why I loved it so much when we first started. But you can teach handwriting through this course as well. It has multi-level reading, spelling, grammar, and vocabulary. It has 4 books, lessons 1 through 7, and it has 3 other ones. And they were designed to take you through 1 year, but this also has level A, B, and C in each book. So if you're very beginning and you never done foundations, you would start with A. If you did do foundations, more than likely you would start with B, but it does have a placement test for you to, figure out which level your kid needs to be on. And so we will be starting with level B, and then next year we will start all over and then start with level C and do them all again, and then we'll move on to something else after that. So we have 2nd grade and 3rd grade left of Logic of English, and then 4th grade we will start something else. So this is the teacher's manual, and it comes with the student book, and then this one comes with a spelling journal. That was not in the, we did not have a spelling journal for foundations. Okay, so that being said, I am not using this the way I did last year. As of right now, I've come to the conclusion that I want to use this only for spelling, because I do love how, it's all phonetically based, and it tells you why every word is spelled the way it is. I don't like how long the lessons can be. So what I'm going to do is just, like I said, just use this for spelling, and we're going to use the Good and the Beautiful for the rest of it. These are the books that came with year 2. Okay, and they're all so nice and crisp. But these are all the books that came with the level 2. And it came with the reader, and then of course the course book, and they're just as nice as the science programs. So on this, if we use the spelling in this, I will not teach the way they teach spelling, if that makes sense, because I know, like, this came with flashcards. This came with phonic cards. More than likely, I probably won't even open this, because we have phonic cards that came with Logic of English that we've had for years. So since I'm not going to use the spelling in this, I'm probably not going to even open that. But we'll probably just kind of go through. I don't know how it's going to work out yet. It was honestly just, this level 2 was on clearance for like half off or more. And I wanted to go, because this is what we're eventually going to go to anyway. At least we're going to try. And so I wanted to go ahead and start incorporating it so she won't miss out on anything when we do switch over. So she'll do everything but the spelling in here. It came with the course companion as well, and this is for the teacher, so it's like a teacher's manual, I guess. Okay, so that's what we have For language arts and math, I have history left. So let me get that out and show you what we got there. Okay. All right. This is our history program. Okay. It says a year of history, geography, and Bible. We are going to use this obviously as Bible and whatever geography we need after we do the other. But I'm pretty sure it's all incorporated. So, yeah, we'll end up doing all three of them, the history, geography, and Bible. I love how it's all intertwined. This is Charlotte Mason. All of these are seem to be great living books. So this is the I guess the lesson plans, I guess is what you call it. I haven't really looked through all of this yet. All of this came right before we left for Texas, and so I haven't been able to look at it too much. As far as I know, it's pretty open and go. Most of it is just going to be read alouds and just reading through the Bible. Let's see here. Okay, so lesson 81. You need a Bible and you need the copy of a chart. I wonder if that chart is on this page. Yes, the charts are in the back of this book. Okay. A copy of another chart, and then the Exodus commentary for children. Okay. So we're really going to enjoy this. This puts secular history, if you want to say it that way, and Bible history, and it mingles it all together, and we're going to love it. These are all the books, not all of them. There's a couple of, one was, I don't know, I couldn't find it cheaper than like $45, and I just was not going to pay that. I was already unhappy paying like $20 for some of these. So, but I got as many as the books I can, as I could. I did get quite a bit of it secondhand, but these, I mean, it's a pretty awesome list. But you can see all the books on Charlotte Mason's website. This is also part of it, and as far as it's stuff they left behind, and it has just little posters, and it's on like a cardstock, but it's glossy finish. You can tell with my light. So, okay. So I thought there might have been some information on the back, but there's not. So evidently these are just pictures is all they are, but they're going to be really neat to be able to study and to look at what they left behind. So, if I'm not mistaken, this is all of it, which, like I said before, it seems like a lot, but we're doing a lot of reading this year that we have not done before, and a lot of, or let's say from a lot of books that we cannot get at the library. Where we are at now, we are in a teeny tiny town, and their library is super small. And so there's no way we would have been able to find not even probably 10% of these books in the library here. So yeah, this is all for today, and just watch out for the other videos that'll be coming up, and we'll see you next time. Bye.